The Taliban spokesperson is now giving a news press conference. Let's cut across.
خزه د ټولنې مهم عنصر او برخه ده. خزه به د هیواد په بیلابیلو برخو کې فعالیت لري او په د چوکاټو د اصولو په دننه کې به کار لري، کار کولی شي. په طبي، تعلیمي او مختلفو برخو کې اړتیا ورته لرو. د موږ ټولنې اړتیا حس کوي دوی به زموږ سره حضور ولري او فعالیت به وسي کولی. البته په دې اړه چې نړیوال اندېښنې لري او یا نور چاته اندېښنې پیدا کېږي، موږ ډاډ ورکوو چې د ښځو په وړاندې به هېڅ نوع تاوتریخوالی نه کېږي، هېڅ نوع تبعیض ته به اجازه نه ورکول کېږي. البته اسلامي اصول یو چوکاټ ده چې هغه باید زموږ سره نړیوال هم تسلیم کړي او زموږ هېوادوال هم مني. زموږ ښځې مسلمانې دي، هغوی غواړي چې خپل ژوند د اسلام او د شریعت په چوکاټ کې عیار کې هغسې ژوند تېر کړي. موږ امیدوار اوسو کله افغانستان له جګړې نه راوځي، موږ د اقتصادي زیربناو د بیرته جوړېدا او د جنګ له غورانیو نه د بیرته راوتا په خاطر جدي اقتصادي ګامونه واخلو. له نړیوالو هیوادونو سره مخکې زموږ تعاملات په درناوي بناو. له ګڼو هیوادونو سره ما په دې باندې خبره کړې ده چې افغانستان ته اقتصادي منابع متوجه کړي او په افغانستان کې پانګونه وکړي، د افغانستان له اقتصاد سره مرسته وکړي، زموږ سره زموږ د هیواد په بیرته رغونه او آبادي کې موږ سره همکار اوسیږي. په همدې خاطر اسلامي امارت ټولو هیوادوالو ته ډاډ ورکوي چې انشاءالله موږ به وسو کولی په ډېر لنډ وخت کې او په لنډو کلونو کې خپل هیواد تغییر کو او مثبت تغییر د ټولو خلکو اقتصادي وضعیت به ښه کېږي. ځکه موږ یو شی حس کوو چې هر افغان د خپل شخصي ژوند ښه کول غواړي. کله چې دا احساس له افرادو نه راټولېږي په ټولنه کې بدلیږي، طبیعي خبره ده ټوله ټولنه به یو لوی تغییر، مثبت تغییر په اقتصادي برخه کې لري، په تجارتي برخه کې به لري. د دې لپاره هغه اساسي شرط چې امنیت ده هغه موږ خوندي کړی او انشاءالله نور متحد چې امنیت ته راولو او یو جامع نظام به جوړوو او داسې حکومت به د خلکو خدمت کوي چې هغه متحد وي، هغه د خلکو خادم وي، په خلکو باندې مسلط نه وي، بلکې د خلکو د ګټو لپاره، د دنیا او آخرت د ښېګڼو لپاره کار وکړي انشاءالله. غواړو یو ځل بیا په پای کې د ټولو رسنیو ته اطمینان او ډاډ ورکړو. زموږ تعامل به د رسنیو سره د اصولو په چوکاټ کې وي، د رسنیزو اصولو په مبنا به بنا وي. موږ غواړو ټولې رسنۍ، خصوصي رسنۍ، هغه آزادې واوسیږي، خپلواکې واوسیږي، خپل بې پرې نشراتو ته دوام ورکړي. او البته درې غوښتنې موږ له رسنیو لرو. هیله کوو چې دا د دوی د اصولو سره هم مخالفې نه وي او دوی هم موږ سره ومني. اول، په افغانستان کې اسلام مهم ارزښت ده. د اسلام د اصولو خلاف او د اسلامي ارزښتونو خلاف نشرات په افغانستان کې کېدل دا به طبیعي خبره چې رسنۍ زموږ سره نه ومني چې وکړي. بناء د اسلامي ارزښتونو په چوکاټ کې دننه ټول ازادي رسنۍ لري، کولی شي آزاد راپورونه ورکړي، آزاد پروګرامونه جوړ کړي او آزاد خپرونې وکړي. همداراز بې پرېتوب د رسنیو یو مهم اصل ده. هیله کوو چې رسنۍ بې پرې واوسیږي، بې طرفه واوسیږي، په قضایاو کې بې پرې برخورد وکړي. موږ غواړو چې رسنۍ په موږ باندې سالم انتقاد ولري، څو راتلونکې اداره خپلو نواقصو ته متوجه سي، راتلونکې اداره خپلو نیمګړتیاوو ته متوجه سي او وسي کولی د تاسې ځوانانو او رسنیو په مټ خپل نواقص درک کړي او علاج یې وکړي څو ټولنې ته ښه خدمت رامنځته سي. نو په دې اساس د ټولو رسنیو هیله کوو چې رسنیز فعالیتونه بې طرفه او بې پرې وساتي او آزاد یې وساتي. همدارنګه یو ډیر مهم شی دا ده چې افغانستان خلکو ته خپل ملي ارزښتونه ډیر ارزښت لري او ډیر قیمت ورته لري. د ملي ارزښتونو لپاره ډیر قرباني ورکړي. ملي ارزښتونه هغه څه دي چې موږ ملت سره یو ځای کړی او یو اتفاق باندې ژوند سره کولی شو. هیڅ چاته داسې د نشراتو اجازه نشته هغه د موږ د ملي ارزښتونو خلاف وي، لکه مثلا تعصباتو ته لمن وهل، قوم پرستیو ته لمن وهل، مذهبي اختلافات را پارول، سمتي اختلافات را پارول چې دا زموږ د ټولنې په ګټه نه ده.
Also pay attention to the shortcomings so that we can serve the nation in a better way, and you should also work accordingly. In the same way, it's very important that the Afghans are giving a lot of importance to their national values. National unity, national consensus. The media should not work against us, against its national values, against national unity. When it comes to ethnic differences, religious differences, and hostilities, they should not be actually promoted by the media. They should work, on the contrary, for the unity of the nation. to have peaceful, brotherly living together. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for participating in our press conference. So the names are going to be read out. I'm here to serve you. We're going to have more press conferences. So today we have maybe less time than the future. I just came from a trip. I just wanted to make sure you're not going to wait for me. So we'll have a lot of time to discuss in the future. The questions are going to be asked now. I'm going to answer all of the questions. Unfortunately, I can't hear the other gentleman at the podium. So the first question from Al Jazeera. Everybody will have a chance to ask question. Al Jazeera. Charlotte Phyllis from Al Jazeera. I can't hear her.
Can you give to women and girls that their rights will be protected?
The question was about women's rights. The question is, what kind of guarantees can you provide for ensuring women's rights? As I mentioned earlier, when it comes to, we are going to allow women to work and study. We have got frameworks, of course. The women are going to be very active in the society, but within the frameworks of Islam.
Whether it is in work or other activities, because women are a key part of society, and we are guaranteeing all their rights within the limits of Islam.
ABC News from America. Can I ask you, what guarantees can you give to the Afghans who fought with the Americans, the interpreters? What guarantees can you give to the Afghans who are now hiding at home, who want to leave the country, but the Americans will transport them?
Well,
One. This is very important. This is a man who's being held hostage by the Taliban. His name is Martin Frericks, and on behalf of his parents, they've asked me to ask you whether you will now commit to release him.
دوه پختلې دي، یو داسې هغه خلکو ترجمانی کړې ده امریکانو سره یا نور کارونه کړي دي، هغوی د امنیت په باره څه ډاډ ورکولی شي، او دویمه پوښتنه دا ده هغه قراردادي چې
The question was about interpreters and security for the interpreters that work for the Americans, also the contractors. Unfortunately, I cannot hear the questions by the media. I would like to assure you, all the compatriots, whether they were translators, whether they had military activities, or whether they were civilians, all of them have been pardoned. Nobody is going to be treated with revenge. The youth who have talents, who have grown up here, who are from this country, we don't want them to leave. These are our assets. We would like them to stay here to serve. We would like to assure you that nobody is going to knock on their door to inspect them or to ask them or to interrogate them as to who they have been working for or interpreting for. So I would like to assure you that no harm is going to be. They're going to be safe. When it comes to contractors, I don't have any information about this, but it might have to do with the previous years. I do not have any full information about this.
Mr. Mujahid says that we are assuring the safety of all those who have worked with the United States and allied forces, whether as interpreters or any other field that they have worked with them. As for their talents and their skills, we do not want them to leave the country. We want them to serve their own homeland. As for the contractor that was perhaps, he's gone missing, as reported by the media, we do not have any information about him at the moment.
I would like to assure you that in your homes, nobody is going to harm you, nobody is going to knock on your door, nobody is going to be interrogated or chased. Those who had knocked on people's doors to inspect their houses, they had been abusers, they're going to be chased and investigated. So thousands of soldiers who had fought us for 20 years. After the end of the occupation, all of them have been pardoned. Those families who are at the airport waiting, if they come back to their homes, nobody is going to do anything to them. They're going to be safe. Nobody is going to inspect them. We give them confidence. So from the answer, we'll find out what the question has been. If you can ask just one question. I should remind you that we have pardoned everybody. This is for the benefit of stability and peace in Afghanistan. All factions who have fought us from A to Z are then not going to be revenged. And God forbid, we haven't done anything against anybody. If during the war and conflict somebody has been harmed, then this is one of the side effects of conflict. For 20 years, a huge occupying force was defeated. Then it was impossible for us to free the country, to emancipate the country without injuries, without harms, without being hurt. You know that people have even suicide, like wittingly. If somebody dies, if they are as a result of these activities, these are of course understandable. They are subject to war. But I would like to assure you, guarantee that harm on the nation has been intentional. There have been the side effects like unwittingly. If somebody does something like that, if somebody has been harmed as a result of these activities, these are, of course, understandable. They are side effects of war. But I would like to assure you, I would like to guarantee that no harm inflicted on the nation has been intentional. There have been the side effects of war, there have been technical problems, and other unfortunate side effects and incidents. Next question.
ببخشید آرامش تحفظ کنید ببخشید
مجلس سپرین دریم آراز داشته کابل حتی آبان داخلی شوید تقریبا بگذار زمینش تصمیم که بیاد آن وقت چه حتی نکو مقاومت شده که تقریبا نظامی مرکز شده که عمل نوید باشه مگر وصل که کار تو بود دکتر فضا دیگر نظامی داد کار که نظامی کسان دوستان نظامی خانه تیو تشخیص رو داره او در از دولتی امکانات که تقریبا بیت‌المال گرکی دستی پیامبر دولت استفاده کی خلق سره تشویش او
د خلکو تاسو پیګه چې خار کله سیاسي حالت کې تغیر سول.
You know that when the political situation changed in the city, thefts and robberies and crimes started to emerge, but we had to take actions to stop them. In a very short period of time, we managed to do that. So we had to stop instability. So they had to be controlled. So we had to come up with a sort of actions within different regions of the city. So gradually, we will bring back complete normalcy and stability. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan will never abuse any assets. Those, for example, some people are armed, they have to be disarmed. I should be reminded that emancipating the country was a noble cause to get the country rid of their, so we could get rid of the occupiers, without which we could not form our government. So negotiations were taking place for 18 months. We had a strong team in Qatar. But then it was sabotaged. Some warmongers sabotaged it. They had actually, this previous government actually announced a 6-month plan for war against us. So for another 6 months, we were going to witness killings of our children, of our compatriots. Our struggle was to form an Islamic government. Anyway, our fighters, our people who are involved in this struggle, we are all going to make sure that we can include all other sides and factions from all segments of the society. That's what we have been struggling for. Those who have whose lives have been lost as a result of fighting for the enemy, this was their own fault. You could see that we managed to conquer the whole country in a matter of days, but we are not arrogant for this. We have instructed everybody not to enter anybody's house, whether they're civilians or military. There's a huge difference between us and the previous government. When we formed the government, then when everybody sees their position, their place, then you will see. The current situation is, of course, in the kind of military situation. We will, after formation of the government, everything will be more clear.
زبیدی صاحب سوال خود تکمیل زیدی صاحب بله بله اگر این سوال به اساس ایدئولوژی و مفکوره و یا عقیده
This question, if it is based on ideology and value systems, our nation is a Muslim nation, whether it was 20 years ago or whether it was now. But when it comes to experience and maturity and vision, of course, there's a huge difference between us in comparison to 20 years ago. There will be a difference when it comes to the actions we're going to take. This has been like a evolutionary, complementary sort of a process.
Let's
talk about the law after the government is formed. They're going to decide what kind of laws are going to be presented to the nation. This will be the duty and responsibility of the future government with the participation of all people.
Zahir Sahib Putana.
One thing I need to say, we are seriously now working on forming the government. Very seriously, I would like to assure you, it will be announced after completion. We have all the borders under our control. There is not going to be any case of smuggling of weapons. All the weapons that have been used in fighting are going to be collected and completed and registered. Contact consultations are being carried out. We will be aware of it soon. International journalists, please let's give a chance to them.
عکسونه دي زموږ جوړان دي د دوی د نشر لپاره اجازه نه ورکوي نو سبا تاسو کولی شئ فیسبوک ډېره کارول کېږي فیسبوک رسنۍ او ډېره مهمه ده تاسو د دې لپاره په راتلونکي کې څه پلان لرئ چې په دې
دا سوال خو باید د فیسبوک له ادارې سره وشي د بیان د ازادۍ دعوت دوی کوي او دلته خلک د بیان د ازادۍ.
This question should be asked to those people who are claiming to be promoters of freedom of speech who do not allow publication of all information. I can ask Facebook company. This question should be asked to them.
And
let's give some more time to the international media.
در نظام بعدی شما کسایی که امروز رفتن بیرون از افغانستان سیاسیون هستن مثل کسایی که با امارت اسلامی جنگ میرن مثل مارشال رستم هست مثل اسلام هستن یا کسای دیگه که در پاکستان هستن اینا در قدرت یا در نظام بعدی جای داشت و خواهند داشت یا نه؟
باید در مورد سوال اولتان بگویم
When it comes to your first question,
کابل تسخیر شده
we have captured Kabul for the last 3 days. In any province, we haven't had any case of murder. There is full security across the country. If a poet has been kidnapped, we are going to follow this up. Our poets, our talented people should not be harmed. This should be stopped. The current situation is like resembles a martial law kind of situation. It will soon come back to normal. Nobody will be able to kidnap anybody. Compare now to last week, for example. There's a huge difference. Nobody is losing their life anymore. And we are going to have more and more security day by day. Those who have left the country, we don't want anybody to be out of the country. This is their country, this is our common homeland, we have got common values, common religion, a common nation. We would like to come under the umbrella of these commonalities. We have undergone these problems and difficulties. There's this public amnesty, general amnesty, so no animosity is going to be followed up.
سوال ما نیست که امروز افغانستان اول کشور تغییر کرده است و این مشکلات چند سال است و برای شما مهم است که تنها حکومت که تونستی تغییر برگردن طالبا سوال روزان دیگه شما آلی کسانی که تغییر مخالف برکنید و بتونید
بله ما کاملا اطمینان میدیم به هموطنان
We are assuring our
که افغانستان دیگر مرکز تریاک و خشخاش نخواهد باشد.
And the international community that Afghanistan will not produce any kind of narcotics. In 2001, if you remember, we had brought narcotics production to zero in 2001, but our country was unfortunately occupied, and then the way was paved for reproduction of narcotics, even at the level of the government, everybody was involved. But from now on, nobody is going to get involved. Nobody can be involved in drug smuggling. Today, when we entered Kabul, we saw a large number of our youth who were sitting under the bridges and next to the walls, and they were using narcotics. This was so unfortunate. I got saddened. And to see these young people without any faith in the future. From now on, Afghanistan will be a narcotics-free country. But it needs international assistance. The international community should help us so that we can have alternative crops. If we can provide the people with alternative crops, then of course very soon we can bring it to an end.
مردم افغانستان منتظر چی نظام روشن؟ آیا نظام امارات اسلامی یا نظام دیگری؟ شما جریان دیگر سیاسی را در حکومت ضعیف می‌سازید؟ آیا یک حکومت همشمول تشکیل می‌دهید؟ و سوال طوری است که مردم افغانستان کارمندان ادارات دولتی مردان و زنان می‌توانند به انتخاب بروند؟ چی
باید بگوییم که
I should mention that Afghanistan will have an Islamic and a strong Islamic government. Whether what the name is going to be, what the specifications are going to be, let's leave it to the political leaders.
با شمول اوناس انشالله بخشای مختلفی که برشان تعیین است یا قوانین اسلام و شریعت اجازه میده در اوج فعال خواهد بودن. ما شما شاهد هستیم در بخش تبابت، در بخش تعلیم و تربیت، در بخش پلیس، در بخش سالمندوالی، در بخشای مختلف جامعه.
Interactions with the international community with other countries are going to continue. We are going to be working on our natural resources in order to revitalize our economy, for our reconstruction, for our prosperity. Therefore, the Islamic Emirate is requesting the whole international community that, God willing, we can very soon, actually, very quickly can change the situation in the country economically. Every Afghan wants to improve his or her life, so the whole community, the whole society will be active in trade, in economics, and we are committed to ensure security, and after that to build our society, to serve our nation. We are the servants of the nation for the benefit of the nation, both in this world and for the next world. Once again, I would like to assure the media we are committed within our cultural frameworks. Private media can continue to be free and independent. They can continue their activities. We've got requests, some requests from the media. One is that Islam is a very important value in our country. Nothing should be against Islamic values when it comes to the activities of the media. Therefore, Islamic values should be taken into account when it comes to the activities of the media, when it comes to developing their programs. Therefore, the media should be independent, should be impartial. Impartiality of the media is very important. They can critique our work so that we can improve. So you, young in the media, should also pay attention to the shortcomings so that we can serve the nation in a better way, and you should also work accordingly. The same way, it's very important that the Afghans are giving a lot of importance to their national values. National unity, national consensus. The media should not work against us, against its national values, against national unity. When it comes to ethnic differences, religious differences, and hostilities, they should not be actually promoted by the media. They should work, on the contrary, for the unity of the nation. To have peaceful, brotherly living together. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to all of you for participating in our press conference. So the names are going to be read out. I'm here to serve you. We're going to have more press conferences. So today we have maybe less time than the future. I just came from a trip. I just wanted to make sure you're not going to wait for me. So we'll have a lot of time to discuss in the future. The questions are going to be asked now. I'm going to answer all of the questions. Unfortunately, I can't hear the other gentleman at the podium. The first question from Al Jazeera. Everybody will have a chance to ask question. Al Jazeera. Charlotte Phyllis from Al Jazeera. I can't hear her.
Can you give to women and girls that their rights will be protected?
The question was about women's rights. Question is, what kind of guarantees can you provide for ensuring women's rights? As I mentioned earlier, when it comes to, we are going to allow women to work and study. We have got frameworks, of course. The women are going to be very active in the society, but within the frameworks of Islam.
Rights, whether it is in work or other activities, because women are a key part of society, and we are guaranteeing all their rights within the limits of Islam.
Ian Panel, ABC News from America. Can I ask you, what guarantees can you give Afghans who fall within interpreters? What guarantees will you give to the Afghans who are now hiding at home, who want to leave the country, that the Americans will transport them to the airport? What guarantees? One. This is very important. This is a man who's being held hostage by the Taliban. His name is non-partisan, and on behalf of his parents, they've asked me to ask you whether you will now commit to release him.
کارونه کړی دی هغه د امنیت لپاره څه ډاډ ورکولای شي او دویمه پوښتنه دا ده قرارداد چې
The question was about interpreters and security for the interpreters that work for the Americans, also the contractors.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.